Hello Cancer or Cancer Crosswatcher. Welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel, welcome to this video. So today I'm trying this at a little bit of a different angle so that hopefully you guys can see the cards better. Some people wanted to see the cards more when I place them, and I think from the angle that I was doing it might be a little bit difficult. So I don't really use it's the standard tarot deck like Major and Minor Arcana. But the deck that I use is called Phantasmagoric Theater Tarot, and it's made by US Game Systems, Inc. I really like this deck a lot, by the way. I really like the illustrations on it, and I also like theater, so. Alright, so this is going to be the general energies for you around this time. This is kind of timeless, but around the time that you watch this, and also it's going to be more centered on romance. So, you or the person that you're dealing with could be kind of calculated. It looks like you're thinking really hard about some kind of, what I'm getting from this is that you're thinking about some past decision that you have made. And you're thinking about how you're going to go and use that lesson, use whatever happened in the past, how you're going to use that lesson in the future, if that makes sense. And like you're really reflecting, thinking on what you've learned in the situation. And you could have learned that some things aren't entirely in your control, you know, and it could have been something that kind of came into your life and it felt like, maybe it just felt like things kind of got out of hand, or you don't like the way that things went in general, and it's like that's not the outcome, of course, that you would have preferred, but it was some kind of lesson for you. You could be understanding the relationship dynamic between you and someone else and why it went that way. You could be letting go of someone who was in your headspace for a while as well, that you had been thinking about a lot for a while, and you're kind of deciding to move on, it looks like. So it looks like there is some kind of new offer coming in towards you, and it doesn't seem like this is really from someone that you had been dealing with before. That was my cat. There was definitely some wisdom that you needed to understand about these romantic situations before you can get things to go perhaps the way that you want them to, or before you can show up in romantic situations the way that you would want to. So you could have been dealing with a Gemini, and it looks like this connection was something that was really deep is what I'm getting, but it's like, what I'm getting from this is that you felt the emotional connection to this person very deeply, and that they felt this as well. But for whatever reason, in your conversations or physically, there was this kind of distance between you. Like, it looks like you didn't feel like you could be perhaps as close to them as you would want to. Or there was just some kind of blockage in like your communication, to where both of you guys like kept walls between you guys. If that makes sense. Like you were hiding aspects of yourself, or this person was hiding aspects of himself. So it's like maybe there was lack of honesty here. It could have been that, or it was just like some kind of, like I said, even though it was a really strong connection, there was just a lot of walls between you guys. And it could have been you just never learned the full truth from this person as well. Like, you could be thinking about how you never learned, like, there was something you wanted to know about this person, there was something that you wanted to know about this situation, and it just never came to light. And so that could have you feeling like confused about what the situation was, perhaps what it meant to the other person. This could be something that's going on currently as well, because I was kind of saying that in the past tense a lot, but this could be that you're dealing with someone who either you're scared to be like your full self around. Like, I'm just sensing a lot of like distance and hiding. And it seems like it's coming from some kind of control issues. Like, someone that you're dealing with really wants to control the way that you see them. Like, they aren't just straight up being themselves, straight up talking to you. It's like they're really trying to portray a specific image to you about who they are, which it might be true. It might be true that this is the way that this person is, but it's like they're hiding a lot of other sides of themselves. And I'm getting that's a control thing of like trying to control your perception. Or this could have been something that you had done in the past, and maybe you're reflecting on that and being like, you know, other people's opinions of you is something that's pretty much entirely out of your control, unless you're doing things that you would like to see yourself not do, which you can change, of course. Okay, yeah, then we have the thinker here. This could definitely be someone who's heavily thinking about you as well, heavily thinking about this situation, and it's like someone really wants to have control over this, but at the same time, they know in their head, like, if you try really hard to like bend something to be a certain way, it's unnatural to do that, especially in like romantic relationships and situations. Like, of course, do your best to make it a healthy situation or whatever, but you can't force things, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? So we have co-create and thinker. So it looks like you could be collaborating with someone as well who you really admire their thoughts, or there could have been someone who comes into your life. Either you're offering some kind of wisdom to someone about something, and I'm getting this wisdom that you offer or you explain to someone is like very sorry for the pause. So it's like someone is offering you some insight or some wisdom, or you're offering someone some insight or wisdom about, like I was saying, it's like something that's very from a wide perspective, from the lens of like life at large. Like, I'm not getting it's like a small little piece of advice about a certain situation. It's something that's very bird's eye view, if you will. And this person is thinking about that really heavily. Or if there's someone who brings this insight to you, you're thinking about that really heavily. Just some kind of exchange of like insight. So someone's being very thoughtful, someone's being very pensive, and they're kind of thinking about the outcomes of their past situations. So this could be someone who's in your energy, like, who's coming up in this reading because they're really heavily thinking about you and their part in the situation that you guys are in together, or the relationship. And it looks like there could be some kind of truth to you. I'm definitely getting that there's some kind of revelation. And this could be about life at large, or like from the inside, like I was saying, or there's something that you're going to understand and see from a different perspective about someone who you had dealt with. And this could be because someone tells you something. So you could be someone who keeps a lot in your head as well. Like you could be someone who doesn't fully reveal everything that's going on with them to the people around them. And you could realize how people aren't, like, if you're in a relationship with someone and you don't tell them what you're thinking, you don't express your needs to them, you don't, you don't let them in on what's going on with you. It's like, now you're realizing from the other person's perspective that you put up this wall between you guys. So how would they know how to deal with this situation if you didn't bring it to their attention? If that makes sense to you. So it looks like you're just thinking about your part in these types of situations. You could be feeling like you really are ready for, or you're really wanting to have a partner, or you could feel like you could be just wanting to have a partner that's going to help you throughout life and who will be your equal. Or this could be that this person that you're dealing with, like you both mutually feel like you guys could be companions, like you guys could be partners for a long while, for a long time. And like you guys are each other's equal, each other's counterpart. So we have express your love and love yourself first. So you could be having some lessons about self-love as well. And reflecting on your own inner world. I'm surprised Let Go of Control Issues didn't come up with these romance cards, because there's a lot of, it seems like that, and we have willpower in reverse here. So to me it's like there's a lot of messages about someone really thinking about their desire to control certain situations, to try to get the outcome to be a certain way, and perhaps trying to let go of that. And just let go of that and just do your best and let the situation unfold how it will, if that makes sense. This is an interesting reading. Did I get it? Yeah, I got these. You could just be deciding to try to go with the flow, as much as you can in the situation, or you could be dealing with someone who's very there's just so much about thinking about the future outcome, and it could be that you're indecisive. It could be that you just want to go with the flow, because we have patience and planning in reverse, and that just makes me think of someone's thinking about the future and maybe how they want it to be, and this could be someone thinking about you and how they want this situation to be, but it's maybe they don't want to, maybe it's that they don't want to get their hopes up and they don't want to try to force anything, but at the same time they wish they could or something. And we also have faith in reverse. Someone could definitely be worried about finances right now, worried about their long-term stability, and perhaps feeling like they don't have much control over their finances. sensing like a lot of anger from Cancers right now. It's really strange. Here we have joyful. Huh. Okay, so maybe you're assessing the idea that, you know, you should try to be happy wherever you're at in life. It's not going to be a person that comes into your life or a thing, opportunity, anything like that that's going to 100% make you happy forever. It's you who's going to make you happy. It's your own thoughts, your own emotions, your own mindset, and what you welcome into your life that is going to make you happy. If that makes sense. So maybe you're just realizing how you could go forward in your life in the most joyful way possible. So I'm sensing that you are going to try to go with the flow here as much as possible. You could also be indulging a bit at the moment, at this time. There's someone in your energy though who's feeling very like small. There could be someone around you who's really feeling intimidated by you, and that could be this person who is like, they're putting up a wall or they're not being their self around you because for whatever reason they're scared of your judgment, and they might feel like you might judge them. So they feel like this situation isn't really in their power, really in their control. Just thinking about this file. It's really strange, all these messages. I'm just trying to get this through in the most clear way possible, because it's like the main thing about it is about, even though you could try to make this situation or this person or whatever, you could try to control them. It's like you're deciding not to. And to do your best, but to not force anything. That's really what I'm getting. Either that, or if this doesn't sound like you, it's like someone does have this desire to reveal themselves to you, to be your companion, to be themselves around you, to like break down these walls that are between you. But they understand that it's not entirely in their control, so they may be taking a step back and just trying to let life guide this situation. It's like a lot of going with the flow here. So yeah, someone could just be holding back a bit, and it's like how I was saying, there's like I feel some kind of like wall or space between you guys. It could be that this person is deciding to not force closeness between you guys. Like they're just gonna let time hopefully bring you closer together, instead of trying to make it go how they want to, or force closeness, like I said. Thank you. I hope that made sense or helped at all. It's a little bit very specific message for some people. This could just be a reminder to like, everything's okay for the most part. If you're feeling like everything's okay, just remind yourself that everything's okay, that every detail of life doesn't have to be in your control. Not saying that all the people doing this are controlling people, but just in general, either that or there's going to be someone around you who's really learning this lesson a lot. Like I said, with the whole insight thing, could be in regards to that. I hope this helped. I hope that you're safe. I hope your family's safe. I hope you're healthy. And I hope that you enjoyed this video.